We're going to do just a simple drill. In a moment here, I'm going to get everybody loaded up. You're going to start with the weapon hot. You're simply going to draw, present. You're going to engage the target. Now, first relay, you're going to work the box center chest. All right? You know what? No. We're going to go ahead. First relay will be circle 1. Second relay will be circle 2. Why? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. The simple principle of aim small, miss small. Is everyone familiar with that? Now, what does it mean? Because you heard people just throw it around frivolously, right? Aim small, miss small, aim small, miss small. But what the hell does that mean?
Got a better chance of hitting the target.
Okay.
Your aim is more precise.
Yeah, it's all perception based, right? If I gave you the side of a barn and I was like, hit it anywhere, right? It doesn't require any kind of concentration. It doesn't require focus. And that's what we're trying for. So if I give you essentially a 4-inch circle and you are just slightly outside of it, and now I'm giving you a 12 by 12 human torso, are you going to hit it?
Likely.
Yeah, and so when we start adding things like stress and blood pressure and pulse rates and everything else that tend to throw our aim off a little bit here or there, if I get you to focus in where there's no stress other than the self-pointed stress, self-initiated, we're here, boom, 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 and we work through that process. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Shooters, look left, look right, kind of dress your line up. All right? At this time, load, make ready. So, eyes and ears, lines hot. Shooters, go ahead, practice your draw presentation. Do not look down. Take an opportunity, find a sight picture. If you want to do a press check to verify rounds in the chamber, that would be the time to do that. All right, once you've done that, you're ready, locked and loaded, then back in the holster. All right, circle 1, circle 1. 1 round, so I want you to be fast out of the holster and then take your time, slow and smooth on the trigger. All right, here we go, here we go. Ready on the left, ready on the right. Stand by. Hut! All right, not too bad, not too bad. Stand by. Hut! All right, so what happened there?
I felt you on my shoulder and I rushed it. Yeah.
So, make sure we find, you got that optic on there.
Yes.
Don't rush it,
Yeah.
find it, and then we're gonna hit it. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! Good hits, good hits. All right, so if you're touching rounds dead center, what do you think I want you to do?
Faster.
Go a little faster, right? It's just like exercising. If you lift the same weight, 10 pounds over and over again, all you do is get really good at lifting 10 pounds. We want you to push yourself to improve. So a little bit faster, ready, hut! All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! So go ahead and present for me. All right, I'm gonna make some adjustments.
Thank you.
There's a lot of gaps here, so here's what we're gonna do. Relax this arm for me. I want you to try and press these heels together, here to here. There we go, over top. And bring this hand down. All right? Because that way, if I tried to grab that gun from you, you've got a nice firm grip.
Got it.
What was happening is you were holding very low.
Okay.
The closer you can get to what we call the bore axis,
Okay.
the more control you have. Okay. So think about taking the tips of your thumbs and pointing it right at that circle. All right, do you see the dot?
I think I got to make it brighter, but yeah, I see it.
All right, so line still hot. Press that trigger nice and smooth. Dead nuts.
There you go.
There you go. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! So, only thing I'm going to tweak, when you fire that shot, don't be coming off the gun. Because what'll end up happening is you'll start moving too soon.
Okay.
All right, so
stay
fire,
on the target.
stay on it, stay on sights.
Yeah, okay.
You know? All right, Weapons in the holsters. Downrange. All right, so real quick, one of the things I want to address with you, when you're engaging your targets, right? Some of you are boom, and it's almost like a race to bring that gun back in the holster. All right, have you ever heard of anyone winning a gunfight because they got in the holster faster than the other person?
Never.
What wins gunfights? Right? Being the first one to put that lethality on the bad person, right? That's what we win. So when I engage, if I'm forced to draw my weapon, there's certain things that should be going through my brain housing group, right? I'm here, boom, I fired a round. First, did I hit what I was aiming at? Second, was my shot effective? Third, if it wasn't, do I need to shoot again? Now, I fully understand and appreciate no one in a lethal force encounter is going, okay, boom. What did Matt say? What was one hair? Something about hair? No? Is it? But what it does force us to do is follow through. So I'm here, I fire that shot, boom! Keep looking through my sights. Okay, that threat is down, I can kind of relax. At that point, I can stow that weapon, holster that weapon, or step off the line, whatever the case may be. All right, let's get a couple more in. Downrange area is clear. Stand by. Good. Go, go, go. Stand by. Hut.
I'm not seeing my red dot real good. I think it.
All right, just stand easy for a second.
Can you darken it up? No, I'm not used to it. Gun's new to me, so I gotta try to get it.
Yeah, so you've got ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a look now.
Oh yeah. Oh, big difference. Big difference.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Stand by. Hut. Same thing. Look through that sight, almost like I want you to see it hit.
Okay.
All right, and then, okay, whew, I hit it. Now I can lower. All right, here we go. Last one, last one. Stand by. Hut! Dead nut center. There we go. All right, weapons in the holsters. They are engaged. All right, you can go ahead. First relay, step off the line. Second relay, you're up. Whoop, whoop. All right, so go ahead. Address the line in between the cones. Take a step forward, take a step back, lift to your left, look to your right. All right, we're going to focus on circle number 2. Circle number 2. So at this time, shooters, go ahead, draw, present. Find your sights, load, make ready. All right, once you are loaded up, back in the holster. Once again, for this course of fire, it's going to be 1 round in the circle with the number 2. Follow through, so make sure I hit it, it's down. Now I can break contact with the sights, scan my environment, and holster. Ready on the left, ready on the right. Stand by, hut! We'll get you caught up. Not a problem. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by, hut! All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by, hut! Stand by, hut! All right, so what are we doing? So I've got 1 in the circle, 2, 3 outside of the circle.
Screwing up.
So just watch, especially with those smaller frames.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we're not anticipating at all. The shorter the barrel is, the more that anticipation is going to throw the round. Okay? All right, here we go, here we go. You square?
No.
What do we got going on?
Heavy coat on.
So here's what I would suggest. Here, I'm going to secure that for a second. Unzip this. And then, yeah, practice going with the open garment. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to sweep and secure. So just practice, yeah, sweep and then go to the gun. Good. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! All right, all right.
Try to get with it for me. It might work out in this time. Yeah. Aim to the two. Get the last second to point down. Yep.
All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! So one thing I'm going to suggest later on, if you can, raise this up.
Yeah.
The reason being, what I'm noticing is you're going from here, here, and that's adjusting everything.
Yeah.
You should be able to stand at attention and be able to touch underneath without having to shift your body.
Yeah, it's too low.
Yeah. Because really, all you want it to do is clear any kind of body armor. All right, here we go.
Yep. No. I want to try to get.
We good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, stand by. Hut! So here's what I'm going to have you do. You're doing well, so now I have to nitpick.
Okay.
What you're doing, you're coming off the trigger almost like it's electric.
Yeah.
I want you to get in that habit of boom and ride it back forward to reset.
It's hard with the Smith & Wesson. It feels all like I have to double click it.
It's because the trigger's hinged,
Yeah, I hate it.
and ideally, you get that husband of yours to go, give me an Apex trigger on this puppy.
Well, it's his gun.
Oh,
I'm
so
waiting to get my SIG P365.
there you go.
So it's his. I'm shooting the crappy one.
Ah,
Hateful.
love is
right?
blind.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Stand by. Hut! There we go. Good.
I put an Apex trigger in there and it didn't work. I didn't like it, so I took it out. We're going to
All right, if you're knocking the hole out of the center, I want you to go a little bit faster. All right? Meaning, when you hear that command, I want to hear that shot happen, crack off in less than 2 seconds. Like it's go time, boom. Here we go. Stand by. Hut! Go, go, go. So we were wicked fast coming out of the gun, and then there was that pregnant pause. Like, stand by. Hut! What was that? What was that guy?
100% I felt that. My bad.
How's it working with the sweep?
It's okay.
It's practice.
Poor planning on my part with this.
All right, here we go. Last one, last one. Stand by. Hut! There we go. Good follow through, good follow through.
At least you're recognizing now. We're working on it.
All right, stand easy, stand easy. Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead, draw, present. All right. Aim in the center of number 2.
I have been.
Okay. So here's what we're going to adjust right now. If I press, what do you notice with your balance? Yeah, so here's what I want you to think about. This gun, every time you fire, is pushing you. Right now, your feet are very close together, and you've got perfect posture, right? My parents would have loved you as a child. The benefit to me being a sloucher is that I actually am a little better shooter because I'm always leaning forward. Okay.
Slouch.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to widen your base just a little bit. All right. So as a right-handed shooter, that right foot's going to be back slightly. There we go. Bending your knees.
Like golf.
Now from here, we're going to draw. We're going to present that gun. just like you have been, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna have you really squeeze tight here. Good. See that rear, find the front. Got it? All right, so now if I press, if your toes are coming off the ground, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move your hips back slightly, just slightly, perfect. All right, now if I press, you should be a little bit more stable. So take a deep breath, press that trigger, smooth. Now, if we were at a stop sign, the entire van would have rocked back and forth because you did, hold your index finger up like this. You did one of these numbers. Smooth. Ah! This is what I want. Smooth, smooth. One more time. You're gonna aim for the triangle in the head because that's where everybody's impressed. All right, so I want you to take a deep breath. As you blow out, press the trigger back. Better, let's do one more. Bring it up. Nice and firm here, press. All right, just low, but dead center.
Okay.
All right, that's what we're getting it. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Go ahead, weapons in the holsters, just top off. Come on back, warm up your fingers, do whatever you need to do. We're gonna start getting a little dynamic.
Uh-oh.
There are little nuances that help you be successful. One is thinking about when we're holding that gun, because how the drill's gonna start, you're gonna be out with the gun out of your holster at the low ready. You're gonna be working with a partner. So if Ryan is my partner, I'm the shooter. As I'm walking from one cone to the next, he's gonna make sure that the line stays even, okay? So I've got someone who's more or less my safety officer as an individual. That prevents people from racing ahead or dragging their heels behind. And we're simply gonna start walking. As we're walking, you'll hear me call the command a threat. On that command, you're gonna bring that weapon up and you're gonna engage your target between 2 and 4 rounds while moving. All right, and so some of you are like, here's the thing. Have you ever walked with a hot cup of coffee or hot beverage? How did you do it? Yeah, and it was. You thought about what you were doing. Did you take big, goofy, looping steps like how people like me walk? No, because then it would be all over third-degree burns. All right? Here's how I've seen the most successful shooters who are incorporating movement is I always equate them to geishas. Are you familiar with what a geisha is or was? I mean, is, I guess, still a thing. Very small, tiny steps. So if you are shorter in stature, typically you do much better than someone my size or taller because we're used to taking big steps. And the problem for us is we're off balance. As one foot's in the air, half your balance is gone. So start thinking about taking tinier steps and being more methodical. Your knees are your shock absorbers. You will never have a perfect sight picture. It won't happen as you're moving. What'll happen is you'll see the weapon kind of move in elliptical, right? As you're moving, because your hips are locomoting your body, you're gonna see that the weapon's kind of moving side to side, up and down. What you're looking for is that moment when everything lines up. The sights and the target, boom, boom. So when you're walking, I want you to make sure that you're still moving forward, go slowly. We're gonna do this one time with what I like to call the finger gun. So it's not live, you're not shooting anything. I want you to have your hands forward and just practice bringing that weapon up. Boom, 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 boom. When we're walking forward, taking short steps, it doesn't have to be the Groucho Marx like we used to teach in SWAT school. Instead, walk how you normally walk, right? I'm not gonna go, hey, that was a goofy walk. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this. Think about having that space. You're not a tightrope walker. It's just your natural gait. You might just be shortening your stride, visualizing that hot cup of coffee. What about moving backwards? That is a little bit more of a skill set. You know, who are my Michael Jackson fans? All right, so what we're gonna do is our version of a moonwalk. The idea is you're simply dragging your toes. All right, here's what I want you to visualize. If you have small children, have there ever been Legos on the ground? And instead of stepping onto a barefooted Lego pile, right, and the ungodly amount of pain associated, if you're dragging your feet, so let's say I've got Ryan's boot here as a curb. If I'm dragging my feet, the benefit is I hit it and I'm planted. And then I can adjust and then just start working my way around. What would be a circumstance in an active shooter event I'm backing away from a threat? How about like all of them? Right? I want to try and back away safely, keeping the threat in my field of vision, right? If it was that parking lot scenario, they might have popped up around a car. I fired some rounds and now I'm looking for that next point of cover, and I get behind it and I wait, and then I continue to create distance and move. So how this drill is going to work, we're going to start the farthest set of cones, and you're just going to simply walk towards your target and engage up until the point you hit the next set of cones. This is your stopping point. Once you reach here, complete whatever the course of fire is, and then just come to a low ready. We're gonna practice this dry with our finger guns first, so everybody's like, okay, I'm not confused, I know what I'm doing now. All right, so how this is gonna work, let's get our first relay between the two cones. Drag those toes, threat. And stop. All right, go ahead, switch it up. First relay, you're back. All right, eyes and ears, we're going hot.
Which target?
I'm gonna give that to you right now. All right, first relay, top plate. First relay, top black plate. I'm giving you a larger target. All right, here we go. Coaches, make sure your shooter is in line with everyone else. All right? Start out, we're gonna do this twice. Go slow the first iteration. All right? Slow, get good hits. All right, first relay, go ahead, draw, present, come to a low ready. So guns out, you can see your target. Here we go, ready, move. Threat! Keep moving. Threat! Threat! And stop. All right, take a look at your plates. All right, not too bad. I don't know who's on lane 4, but they didn't hit shit. All right, here we go. Moving backwards. Once again, guns out, low ready. Drag those toes. Ready, move. Threat! Threat! Slow him down. Pull him back. Threat! And stop. All right, go ahead, dress your line up. Okay, shooters, weapons in the holsters. They are weapons in the holsters. They are Dage! Is there anything left on the deck? Magazine's good?
It appears that the cone over here seems to be closer than the cone over there.
All right, move it downrange.
Downrange!
Yeah. Move this guy up a smidge. All right, so go ahead, switch positions. All right, second relay, you're working the bottom plate. All right, second relay. At this time, go ahead, draw, present, come to a low ready. So guns are out. All right, dress your line up. Coaches, maintain the line. Moving forward, ready, move. Threat! 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 Stop! All right, dress the lineup. All right, not too bad. Here we go. Moving backwards. We're dragging the toes, dragging the toes. Ready? Move! Threat! 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 And stop. Go ahead. Secure those weapons. Magazines and weapons in the holsters. We good down there? Weapon in the holster. They are. All right, go ahead. Swap it up. All right, Dage! Quickly move forward. Secure any magazines on the deck so that way they don't get buried in the muck. All right, weapons in the holsters, weapons in the holsters. Dage! Here's what I want you to consider, all right, since this is your second go. When you get closer to the target, perceptionally it gets bigger, doesn't it? So when I start calling out these commands, your rate of fire should do what when you're closer? Get faster, right? I should be able to fire faster because the target's perceptionally bigger. Now, in reality, it didn't grow, right? We just got closer to it. On the reverse, as I get further and further away, sorry, technical difficulties, but I kept my shirt on. As we get further away, what should happen to our rate of fire? It slows down, right? We've got to take more time, more effort, find those sights. All right, so here we go. Second round, second round. Once again, first relay, top plate, top plate. Shooters, draw, present, come to a low ready. All right, here we go. Stand by. Move. Threat. Threat. Stop. All right, dress that line up. Coaches, make sure if they get to those cones, we don't go past the cones. All right, if you need to adjust, plus up, do whatever you need to do. Here we go. Low ready. All right, weapons out, low ready. Moving backwards, moving backwards. Ready, move. Threat. 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 Keep moving, keep moving. And stop. All right, weapons in the holsters.
Got one magazine on the ground.
I got one up here. Magazine.
All right. Weapons in the holsters, they are. Stand by.
Reload. Rack. And holster.
You have one right here. Yeah, you can, oh yeah, you can swap them out.
Good
This
on the
way.
weight.
All right, Dage!
All right.
Go ahead, police up any magazines off the deck real quick because we don't want them to get buried.
Wanted to practice the
Yeah, it's
reload
good.
while we're rolling.
All right, second relay, you're up.
That was the right way.
You had
Upside
it.
down. There you go. Good.
All right, go ahead. Shooters, draw, present, come to a low ready. All right, working the bottom plate, bottom plate. Coaches, let's keep that line tight. Here we go, moving forward. Ready, move. Threat. 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 Stop. All right. Good, good. Moving backwards. Here we go. Dragging those toes, dragging those toes. Stand by. Move. Threat. 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 And stop. All right, go ahead. Weapons in the holsters. Just go ahead and holster up.
Go and holster.
Weapons in the holsters, they are engaged! Now go ahead, police up any magazines on the deck. All right, so now we'll need the tables.
Okay.
2 tables, 2 chairs. And
We'll plus up or?
yeah, go ahead, plus up. So what we're going to talk through, what we just did, let me backtrack. What we just did, shooting and moving. How many of you had the opportunity to do that in the past? Okay, a couple people. All right, for those that haven't, you know, we've gone through all these scenarios this morning. You know, man, I've got to carry concealed, something bad happens. It's never going to be when we're ready, is it? No. Where it was like, man, I just got off the range, worked out a little bit, you know, I'm warmed up, got my good boots on, you know, my stretchy pants, I'm ready. No, it's that bump of the night at 3 in the morning, I'm in my underoos, you know, I'm half awake to the world, and I'm stumbling through, oh, and I just broke my big toe, smacking it on something at the end of the bed, right? It's that worst possible moment. So we went through shooting and moving just to get you into that mindset, like, you know what, this is a dynamic event, right? Asymmetrical. It isn't a flat range. It isn't prepared. I've got to be able to adjust and maneuver and deal with problems. How many of you had malfunctions or the weapon go dry as you were shooting? Yeah, so I had to be prepared and start working through those problems. So what we're getting into next is, let's say that restaurant scenario. I'm there at the mall at the food court and something bad happens. So there's a couple unique aspects to this. I'm going to be using the blue gun for demonstration purposes. So things I want you to be aware of. We're going to kind of game it a little bit where we'll have the chair away from the table. Come in close because this is where the magic happens. All right, for some of you who did the vehicle training with me, you're already familiar with the unique aspects of drawing a weapon from a seated position. For those that aren't, we're going to go and talk through some of these points. All right, one, I tend to man spread, right? That's a thing. I've read about it in Cosmo, I think. So here are the challenges. If I go and draw immediately from this position, what have I just done? Yeah, I've violated one of the cardinal rules of firearms. So I need to be aware of what's happening there. So in that situation, suddenly there's somebody presenting with a firearm pointed at me and mine, or they're approaching towards us, you know, making threats. I've made the decision I need to engage with lethal force. So at this point, I need to make sure my body's clear, bring that weapon up, present. I'm going to engage initially while seated. Why? All right, so here we are, we're seated, we're in the food court, suddenly it presents. Now, in this scenario, I've got the steel at a safe distance. In reality, where that cardboard is, that's the distance I'm talking about. All right, if they were further away, I would try and create more distance. But at this point, they're right on me. So I want you to recognize, for safety's sake, the steel's further down range. In the really real world, they would probably be just taking that cardboard and shifting it to the right. That's the distance. So somebody more or less seated across from me. So we're here. I bring that leg in. I'm aware of the tabletop. From this point, I could start engaging. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not going to stay seated. One, because in a perfect world, the shots were effective. The shooter goes down. So I'm going to adjust my position so I have a better perspective of maybe where the weapon ended up or where their hands are. And I'm covering at this point. I can kind of see family, friends, whoever, give commands to the threat. So for the course of fire, how it's going to work, I want 2 hits on steel. So you'll hear the command to threat. You're going to come up, collapse that leg, clear the table, bring it up, find your sights. 1, 2. Come to a standing, and then from there, you can go ahead and back into the holster, all right? Nothing overly complex, and we're gonna build onto the skill set. We'll make it more complex, but to get started, I want relatively easy, because for some of us, it's the first time we've ever done anything like this, and so we're not gonna come at it, you know, balls to the wall, all right? So, eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
We'll go ahead and just demonstrate real quick. So, what do I keep stressing about practice. Take every opportunity to do what? Train like you fight, right? So what did I just do as I was loading my firearm?
Cave it in your workspace.
Yeah, I found my sight picture, I kept it up my workspace, all that good stuff. All right, so once again, course of fire will be 2 hits. Well, Matt, what if I shoot and miss?
Shoot again.
There we go. All right, so I'm here, I'm seated, right? Having, what are the foods of choice in the, what?
The mall?
Tapas?
Sakura Chinese, the Chinese teriyaki chicken.
Noodles with chicken.
I don't know. All right, so I'm here with my Chick-fil-A. So all of a sudden I hear that command to threat. I make sure that leg's clear. I find my sidearm, clear that table, find my sights. 1, 2. At this point, fingers off the trigger. Slowly coming up, kind of scanning my environment. Everything's hunky-dory. And I'll go back into the holster. Wasn't a rush, wasn't a race. I was getting good shots. Now, some of you are wearing battle belts, right? Which is perfectly fine, except for when the back of your belt catches the chair and you start doing a little topple dance. Ryan will have one chair, I'll have the other. If you start looking like you're gonna weeble wobble a little bit, we'll just have you sit and kind of come at it a little easier, all right? If you need assistance, because some of us with these older knees, the warranties have worn out. So I've drawn, I've fired. Is there anything wrong with me taking my support hand and giving some assistance? Do I have control of the weapon? Yes. Is it pointing in a safe direction?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Questions? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Give me 1 relay at this chair, 1 relay at that chair. We'll do 1 shooter at a time. All right, so shooters, give me 1 shooter per chair. All right, so if you're loaded up, are you loaded, ready to rock? Go ahead, load, make ready. So work through that process, get up in your workspace. There we go. All right, go ahead and have a seat. Now, here's what I want you to do. Shooters, move those chairs around if you need more space. All right, I don't have issue if you want to game a little bit because it's new, it's uneven terrain, so I want you to be successful. All right, so nice and slow. We're gonna do this twice and then we'll rotate in a new shooter. So nice and slow. 2 hits on steel, 2 hits on steel. We're gonna take those shots from the seated position. All right, so here we go. Stand by, threat. Go ahead, reach down, secure that weapon. Give me 2 hits. Come to a standing. And back in the holster. All right, go ahead and have a seat again. Doing it twice. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut! And back in the holster. All right, give me 2 new shooters. All right, take a moment, kind of orient yourself to where your holster is. Firearm, all that good stuff. All right, once again, 2 hits on steel. Stand by. Hut! And back in the holster. Good. All right, reset. Stand by. Hut! And back in the holster. Good. All right, give me 2 new shooters. Easy day, easy day. All day, every day. All right, take a moment, kind of orient yourself, figure out where your body is in relation to your holster in the seated position. All right, here we go. 2 hits, come to a standing. Stand by. Hut! That is the weirdest gong I've ever heard. All right, go ahead, have a seat.
The tuning fork version.
Doing it so nice, doing it twice. Here we go, stand by. Hut! All right, back in the holsters. And new shooters. Come on up. All right, here we go. Stand by. Hut! Threat. Threat.
Oh, threat.
Yep. There you go. Good. All right, have a seat. Do it again. Stand by. Hut! There we go. All right, good.
Bring it in over.
All right, so come on back over here, please. We use this as our demo table. All right, so now I'm seated. You know, I actually have somebody directly across from me, so it's not a clear line of sight. So the question remains, well, Matt, how do I even know there's a bad person behind me? That's a great question. Glad you asked it. In the reality, somebody who is sitting directly across from me is probably going to maintain a lower profile, and I'm seeing over top of their shoulder, and I see the threat. Training being what it is, we're going to work with what we've got. So to that end, you already know that there's a threat beyond the person here next to you. So instead of me drawing and shooting through them, right, a la SWAT, gamble, I'm not a doctor. No, nothing? All right. Yes. Appreciate the effort. So what we're going to have to do is lean initially. We're going to get our 2 hits, and then from a standing, you know what? I'm not done. I'm going to get 2 from the standing, a total of 4 rounds.
Yes.
2 from the, you all right?
I love it.
Okay, 2 from the seated, changing position, changing perspective, 2 from the standing. All right? When you're doing this, watch, I don't have the target really that covered. You should not have to over-exaggerate the lean. It should just be slight. This is uneven terrain. I don't want anybody laying in the mud, all right, especially with a live firearm. So it should just be a slight lean. All right, here we go. Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
Let me make sure I got enough bullets to do what I need to do. Good. All right, so I'm going to start from the seated position. You know, I don't know. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go shopping? What is that guy doing? What's that happening over there? I find my sights. 1, 2. Come to a standing. I'll take that step out. And then I'm back in the holster. All right. Pretty basic. Don't have to rush. All it's doing is giving you a little bit different perspective, right? Something a little outside your normal range time. What we're trying to do is those scenarios we had talked about this morning, we're giving you these opportunities kind of actually live fired a little bit. All right, let me verify the positioning on this one and then we'll get rolling. All right, so once again, 2 from the seated, working around the friendly. That's the jazz hands in red. And then 2 from the standing, just kind of continuing to work in that direction. Here we go, right in the right, right in the left, stand by, hut! There we go. Good deal, good deal. Good deal, Holyfield. All right, give me 2 new shooters. Up. All right, 2 from the seated, 2 from the standing. Right in the right, right in the left, stand up. What do you want to do for dinner? I don't know. What do you, pizza? Threat! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! That is just a creepy dong right there. All right, give me 2 new shooters.
It's well suspended or something.
Yeah. It's like the perfect acoustics with the cold air.
That's good. The tactical reload or the combat reload.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Right on the right. Right on the left. Stand by. Hut! Go, 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 go! Nice, nice. All right, 2 new shooters. 2 new shooters. All right, right on the right. Right on the left. Stand by. Is there a sale Bed Bath & Beyond tonight? Is it bath bombs? Go, go, go! Threat, threat, threat! Pause for silence. Pause for effect. Still waiting. Still waiting. There we go. So, go ahead and present it out like you did. All right, that's not how you had it. How did you hold the gun?
Huh?
How did you hold the gun?
With this.
You
this
had the
like
old
this.
school revolver
Yeah.
grip, and that's a good way to lose that chunk of skin. All right, 2 from the seated, 2 standing. Stand by. Bath bombs. Threat, go, go, go!
Go once, right?
We're gonna go again, yeah. All right, said everybody. All right, so couple things. If you decide to rest the gun on the table, that is an option. But here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Get in the habit of not depending on fixed objects to support you. Why? Yeah, because they might not be fixed, all right? How many of you have sat at a restaurant where that table did nothing but wobble for 2 hours? Okay, so just things to think about. Also, if you're dining with companions and you start resting on that, they might move the table out of fear, out of movement themselves. So try and be as no, we're not going underneath it. Try and be as independent of those objects as possible. All right, here we go, here we go. Work on the left side, 2 sitting, 2 standing. Stand by, hut, go, go, go. Good. All right, give me 2 new shooters. All right, here we go, here we go. Stand by. Hut, go, go, go. Good deal, good deal. Run smooth, run smooth. Give me 2 new shooters. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. 2 seated, 2 standing. What is it? Is it K Jewelers? Is that the one with the sale? Threat, threat, threat! Go, 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 go! Look at that. Like a machine, a machine. All right, give me 2 new shooters.
Try not to stick again.
Adapt and overcome. All right, here we go. 2 seated, 2 standing. Stand by. Hut! Work through it, work through it. You owe me 1. There it is, good. Dead center. Go in holster. Welcome to the jungle! Okay, so again, everything I do in classes, I always like to start here and then just add a skill set, right? Build, 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 build. Hold on, do you need one of these?
There it is.
Is that it?
Dang, I've been waiting for that all day.
Okay. Yeah. So what we started out, obviously in the classroom portion, talking about different possibilities, right? Different scenarios that we could be encountering. So what we've done this afternoon is we've tried to recreate some of those worst case situations, if you will. So from this position, you could go either to the right or to the left. You do have 4 bad people. Now, in this scenario, it could be one bad person who just moves, right? But I don't have the capability to move targets from one point to the next. So instead, it's 4 different positions, all right? However you want to envision it, right? Your worst nightmare is like, okay, you know, I'm Chuck Norris and, you know, it's 4 bad guys that I've got to deal with, or it's one bad guy and I'm just not getting good hits on him and I've got to adjust and move. So, coming back around, you'll start from this position. At that point, I'll go ahead, call out threat. If you go to the right, draw present, you've got a shot, you could start working the angle. I don't have, okay, I got a guy here. Now, as you move to the next point of cover, additional threats might present themselves. So do I want you to stand flat-footed and shoot at them? What did we practice earlier today? Shooting and moving. I want you to then move to the next point of cover, not stand flat-footed in open ground and essentially be a bullet magnet. So now I see those threats, boom, boom, boom. At that point, I can start pieing my way around and finish when all 4 are engaged. All right, get good hits. It's not a race, we're not gonna time, it's not a competition between you and somebody else. We are gonna let you go through twice. If you go to the right side, the second time, what am I gonna make you do? Go to the left, right? Just a little bit of change of perspective, okay? So don't feel like you gotta blaze it first time through, okay? If anything, be cautious first time through, kind of figure out what's going on, and then you'll get a second bite at the apple. Okay, questions? All right, so how it's gonna work, we'll get our line up, starting here. So if we just get everybody lined up, engage! No, that's fine. I just don't want anybody to go too wide. So here's the thing, these cones, this is your travel lane. I don't want you to go wide off into the right field or wide off into left field. You're pretty much just kind of moving, think of it as like a doorway. All right, going from one point to another. All right, I'm gonna be working with you, so don't worry, you know, if suddenly things go right, if you lose your footing, here's what I want you to be aware of. If you start to drop your gun, let it go. I've personally bared witness to somebody who tried to catch a loaded gun and they sent around through our office bathroom into the office space behind us. They were subsequently released from duty, all right, but it was an oh shit moment. He was on the can, had it in his drawers like we're typically taught. He stood up not thinking and the thing toppled out. He went to grab it and one of his booger hooks hit the bang switch and it creased the side of his head as it went past into the ceiling. So these modern firearms are designed with firing pin blocks. If you start to lose it, let it go. All right, the likelihood that something magical is going to happen is very slim, whereas if you go to grab it, there's probably about a 60 or 70% chance you're going to end up grabbing that trigger, okay? All right, so enough of the scary talk. Any questions? How many hits per target?
2 to 4.
I don't know. Good question.
Till they're dead.
How many takes?
Sounds good. Yeah, glad you asked. All right, so to keep it reasonable, because I don't want mag dumps, you know, to where it's like, keep it, you know, within that 2, 3, or 4 shot realm, okay? But make sure you're getting good hits. If you feel like, man, I missed that guy, end on a success. So finish it up, right? If you need one more, then that's what we'll do. All right, any questions? All right, here we go. Let's rock and roll. Come on up. You're gonna stand behind the table. All right, so shooter, go ahead, draw, present, come to a low ready, and threat. All right, we're moving. Let's do something. What do you see? There we go. See anything else? Work through the problem. Work through the problem. All right, and back in the holster. Age! All right. All in all, not too shabby, not too shabby. That might get him thinking a little bit.
Maybe.
All right, definitely got some good chest shots. Nice lung shot there. Nice, nice. All right, shooter ready? Cut! Go, go, go. There we go. Use that cover, use that cover. Where's that cover? All right, weapon in the holster. Good. Dage! Nice center mass shot here. Good gut shot. Ooh, took it out the pelvic girdle. I like that. That's a good one. Ooh, another one to think about right off the cheek. Good lung shot. Oh, right there in the hand.
He's a lefty. I didn't
Yeah.
get his shooting hand.
Certainly won't be playing piano. Another little lung shot, good heart shot. Do we get this guy? Yes. All right, here we go. All right, downrange area is clear. Shooter ready? Go ahead, draw, present, come to low ready, and threat. There we go. Work our way around. So we need another threat. Use that table. There we go. Give him some hits. Give him some hits. Work around the table. Use that cover. Use that cover. What about that other guy? What about that other guy? All right. Looks good. Back in the holster. All right. Dage!
Did I get him?
Yep.
Twice.
The only thing is that one, you were recoiled. So you fired and you hadn't found your sights yet and you pressed the trigger again.
Okay.
So just make sure, take that moment. We've got some good hits here. Good hip shot. Nice, nice gut shots there. Good. How about this guy? Oh, nice. Center mass. Good. Oh, and another one right there on the lung.
Okay.
Good work, good work. All right, downrange area is clear. Next shooter up. All right, draw, present, come to low ready. And threat, go, go, go. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. All right, and holster. Good, try and use your cover because you ended up popping out into open space a little bit. All right, watch on that recoil. Another good hip shot, good chest. Nice center mass shots there. Good, and how about this guy back here? Already marked him. Oh, it's this guy. All right, ooh, just a little bit of a glancer. Good. All right.
Thank you.
All right, downrange area is clear. Next shooter up. All right, draw, present, come to a low ready. Stand by, threat. You all right?
I didn't. I was loading.
Okay, go ahead. All right, and threat. Use that cover. There we go. Where's that next threat? Keep moving, keep moving. Don't get out in the open. All right, go ahead and holster. Good, so next time, come back here for a second. Yeah. Since this is my cover and there's nothing between the bad guys and me, I'm gonna stay here. I'll probably just stay here, kind of work this problem here, right? As opposed to being on this side of cover, and now there's nothing preventing them from doing bad stuff to me. All right, good center mass shot here. Oh, got one in the leg. Good abdominal shot. Nice lung. Oh, a little high. Watch on that, firing on recoil. And then let's get this last guy here. There we go. All right, downrange air is clear. Come on up. Okay, draw present, come to low ready, and threat, go. Nice, nice pair. Nice, working on the move. What's that guy doing? All right, work your way, use that cover, use that cover. Good, anybody else? All right, good, weapon in the holster. Excellent, Dage! I could have sworn you put 2 in this guy. Yeah. Oh, there it is, right next to it. Look at that. Oh, what? What is that? I'll buy that for $1. All right, downrange area is clear. Next shooter up. Shooter ready. All right, stand by. Hut! Go, go, go! What's that guy doing over there? Do something! Work through it, work through it. There we go, there we go. Good, use that cover, good. And back in the holster, nice. Stage! All right, good shot, good. There you go. Hey, that's why we do round 2. Look at it. Oh, you're going? All right, nobody's done any T-box shots yet. The heads are clean. Here we go, stand by. Hut! There we go, there we go. Work it, keep moving, keep moving. Ooh, Dage! Nice headshots here. But I think I got into your brain housing group a little bit. And I saw this pair.
Oh, man.
Because I was getting you to move and you were like, I wasn't planning to move.
I know.
It's all right. Coming cold. All right, downrange area. Hold on, just stand by for a second. Is clear. Stand by. Cut! Go, go, go! There we go. Work it, work it, work it. Oh, take some shots. He's moving, he's moving. All right, back in the holster. Good. Dage! So look here for a second. Good shots here. But what I was trying to encourage you to do is the minute you saw a threat, there's nothing saying, hey, I practiced doing this, right? Okay. So don't feel like you got to be flat-footed and then shoot. Got it. All right, we want to add both those skill sets together. Good hit, good hit. All right, downrange area is clear. Next shooter up. All right, shooter ready. Things I want and stress with everybody. You might get 1 or 2 flat-footed here, but at some point I want you to start engaging on the move.
Okay.
Okay, so don't feel like you got to be flat-footed shoot, flat-footed shoot.
Well, flat-footed here, but
Yeah,
on
yeah, it's a good start, yes. Yeah. All right, here we go. Stand by. Hut!
Ready?
Yo, go, threat. There we go. Slow your feet, slow your feet. Holster, holster, holster. So this is our cover.
Yeah.
So there's no point in me running past it, is there?
Right.
Because there's nothing between now the bad guys and us. So don't forget the stuff you already know. All right. So with this second go, think about, okay, Matt said I'm going to keep using these points of cover and kind of work around it.
Okay.
All right.
I was just focused. You telling me not to shoot flat-footed.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of both, right?
Right.
We started out flat-footed, got ourselves.